Right, welcome to March's Player of the Month, and as you can see on the screen, we are going to be highlighting Oskar this month. So he has actually been performing incredibly well for Sinners. They've been doing a lot of strides through the tier 2 to 3 area in Europe, and as you can see on the screen, he has been dealing with some of the teams that we would consider to be trying to break into that upper echelon sort of area, right? We've got Godsent, we've got Saw, Skade, who recently had a really good streak of games, Extremum, who haven't quite hit the ground running very well. There's the Krakow, Team 1, Anonymous. There's a lot of good teams here, and he's been, honestly, it feels like he's been smurfing against them, he's been dominating them. Like, of course, the Team 1 game, like, that's nuts figure-wise. Extremum, 77 to 38 across 3 maps. He had double, like, over 2 KD in a match against players of that caliber as well. It's incredible. So let's have a look at the stats before we get into the gameplay, of course. So 1.29 rating, not the highest in the entire month. Worth noting, John Genosi had higher ratings, I believe. They play for Extra Assault over in North America. They can only play what's put in front of them. Oskar can only do the same. And ultimately, I kind of put more weight on the fact that Oskar's been playing in Europe. Some of the teams are, in my opinion, better. That's my opinion, of course. It might be different, or might not be truthful, whatever. Across the board, you can see kills, deaths, like, that's pretty good. Nearly, actually, it's basically a 1.5 KD, let's say. Headshot percentage, not surprising, it's an AWPer. Utility damage surprised me. This is way higher than what we expect from AWPers. I usually expect their flash assists to be way higher because that tends to be the case, right? I mentioned OC. He had 0.10, I believe. And traditionally, players like, obviously, Kenny S doesn't play for G2 now, but when he played, he had a very high flash assist rate. Fallen's the same. Brokey does the same as well. Like, loads of AWPers actually seem to be incredible with their flashbangs, and then they don't seem to do too much damage with the utility. But this seems to be a case where he does well with both. Opening kills, we expect him to do a big portion of that for the team, and that's a really good ratio, winning 75% of them as well. Across the 45 maps, they won 28. Not ideal for as a team, but then you see that he had 37 maps of those 45 where he had over 1 rating. That's nuts. Kills per round is fantastic. Deaths per round is even better. That's very similar to what Jame averages as a comparison. Multi-kill rate is phenomenal. Like, this is a really good multi-kill rate. Basically, in one half, you expect him to have at least 3 rounds with more than, like, 2 kills in each one. Like, that's nuts. And then, obviously, we expect him with an AWP to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. So let's dive into those in-game highlights.